We just hooked into something really big. Bam! That's a cow! Oh. Hey guys, let me introduce you to the Line Thru Trout from Savage Gear. As you can see, the Line Thru Trout is a very realistic looking lure. It's based on a 3D scan of a real trout. The Line Thru comes in 3 sizes. The big mama here is 30 centimeters or 12 inches. Then we have a 20 centimeter, 8 inch. And then we have the new baby, which is a 15 centimeter or 6 inch. It comes in 2 different versions. The moderate sink, as you can see, has the line coming in through the eyes and the forehead, creating a downforce. So when you retrieve the lure, he more or less stays in the same depth on the full travel of the retrieve. So he doesn't come up in the water close to the boat. He sort of stays down due to that downforce. Then you have the slow sink, which has the line coming in through the mouth. So this lure will move and also lift in the water as you retrieve it. The moderate sink has a relatively fast sink rate, and the slow sink sinks, of course, relatively slowly. Both of them have a great swimming action. So the Line Thru Trout for Europe comes pre-rigged with 49 strand stainless steel wire, ending off in a small loop where you can attach your snap or your main line. And it comes pre-rigged with the hooks on the belly. And as you can see, I can pull out those hooks quite easy. Inside the harness is a small slot that is designed to hold the treble hook in place so it can actually support the lure when casting. And the stinger hook sits here with a double spike, and it doesn't change the action of the lure. You just put that in like so, and you have the perfect exposure of those hooks. The brilliant thing about the Line Thru project and the Line Thru system is that once you get a bite, the fish is hooked on the treble hook, and it actually throws the Line Thru Trout up the line, up the trace. So basically the hook detached from the lure, very, very simple, and the fish cannot use the weight and the size of this lure to throw the hooks. Really brilliant concept. So that's the Line Thru concept. The same lure, you can actually rig it reversed. So inside the harness here is a Y piece. So the line that comes in is actually divided, one on the back and one on the belly. But the hooks are sitting on the top of the lure, like so, instead of the belly. That basically means you can drag this lure over any branch, tree that you want without getting hung up. And again, the same concept when the predator fish bites the trout and is hooked on the stinger hook or the main treble, they just fly off like that, and the lure is up the line and away from the fish. That's the Line Thru concept. Let me show you how to rig up the Line Thru Trout with 49 strand wire and a treble hook and a double spike stinger like that. So basically, start by mounting the stinger hook, and I just put on a small crimp matching the wire, and I put that on with a fairly tight loop. So I basically want the hook to be controlled by the wire. So I don't want it swinging too loosely or too free. So just clamp that down nice and tight, like so. Then I take my treble hook and I basically, in this case, I'm using a size 1/0. I determine the length between the stinger and the treble hook approximately like that. I don't want it to be too tight, so I restrict the swimming action. And then I just sort of no-knot that onto the treble hook. And I use 4 turns. And then I pass the wire back through the eye, like that. So this way, I have a natural progression from the wire into the treble hook and from the treble hook down to the stinger hook. Then I just pass my wire through the line through. I just make sure that it's nice and neat. And I pass that through the channel. And then I can place my treble hook in the perfect position in the slot here on the belly. And once that's perfect in there, I can then attach my little double spike stinger hook like so. Then in the other end, I can put a loop and a swivel or a small ring so I can attach my main line. So that's the line through system. Very easy. One extra little tip, when you're fishing really clear water, and there's a good reason to use fluorocarbon with a lot of follow fish, you can actually rig this line through up with fluorocarbon going straight through the trout. So here is a 0.90 mm fluorocarbon going into the mouth of the trout. And in the end here, I've just snelled on a little flying stinger treble. So as you can see, the stiffness of that fluorocarbon sort of controls so that little treble hook here won't get tangled or sit on the trout on casting. So I just attached the main treble hook in the belly slot here, and as you can see, that little flying stinger will be sort of trailing right after the trout. Put her back.